Hey guys, welcome back to the kitchen. So we're going to continue our theme of doing sweet, savoury. So today we are going to do my take on a chicken mushroom and leek pie. So a nice classic chicken pie with mushrooms and leeks. I'm using chestnut mushrooms, and instead of onions we're going to be using leeks. So it's like a cream based sauce. Then we're going to use some store-bought puff pastry, because puff pastry is quite hard to make, but we'll do a video on how to make your own rough short pastry, real rough puff pastry we call it. There's two kinds of puff pastry. There's a rough puff pastry, which is like the quick method, and then there's puff pastry, which is the long method of the folding, the laminating of the butter and the pastry. So we're using store-bought. So the ingredients for this pie are, I've got 1 leek here that's finely sliced, I've got about 1.5 chicken breasts to 2 just diced up. I've got some cream. I've got like 4 chestnut mushrooms which I've quartered. We'll need some salt and pepper, some fresh thyme, a bit of Dijon mustard, and like I said, that we're using store-bought puff pastry, or you can use homemade puff pastry. So first things first, we're going to make the filling. I've got some oil in my pan. I'm using a groundnut oil because it's a neutral oil, so it's flavourless. We've got a bit of leeks in there just to test that it's hot, so we're going to get our leeks. Get our leeks in there, and at the same time, we're going to get our mushrooms. And we are going to slowly just saute these off. We're going to cook them without colour, so they get nice and soft, and all those leeks release all their natural sweetness. Then we'll add our chicken in, then our cream, a bit of our Dijon mustard, then we'll let that thicken up. So what I'm going to do now is just let these saute about 3 to 4 minutes without colour. Right, so our mushrooms and our leeks have sauteed up about 3 to 4 minutes. I've added some fresh thyme into the mix. So now what we're going to do is add a bit of, I've got some pureed garlic here. I'm going to nice squeeze of that. Then we're going to add our chicken breast in, and we're going to have a good amount of freshly dried black pepper. And we're going to start to cook all this together for about 5 to 10 minutes, just until all our chicken is lovely and cooked through. And after our chicken's cooked through, we're going to add our cream and our mustard, let that reduce down. Then this will go into our pie dish. We're going to cover it with our puff pastry and bake it about 180 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm just going to let this cook through now for about 5 to 10 minutes. So our chicken has been cooked off. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a nice big tablespoon of Dijon mustard. We'll get that in there. Then what we'll do is we're going to get our cream, pour that in, combine all that together, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cook this down for about 5 minutes just to reduce it. It'll thicken up, and that is our filling for our pie. So we're just going to let this reduce now for about 5 to 6 minutes. So our mix is reduced. I've transferred it into my pie dish I'm using today. I'm not going to put the pastry on straight away because it's still quite hot, and you see what steam coming out of it. It'll just melt the pastry before it even goes into the oven. So we're just going to let this chill for about 5 to 10 minutes, just to slowly chill till it's like still warm. Then we'll put the pastry on and put this into our oven to cook at 180 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes, even 20 minutes, just depending on your oven. And now what we're going to do is going to put our pastry lid on, and then we're going to egg wash the top and put that in the oven. So this is it. I do it very simple. I literally just get my pastry, put it on top, and then literally just get the rest and just crumple it in the end, so it's like rock nice and homemade. There's a lid, and then we'll get this. I've just got some egg yolks here, and then we'll let's glaze or egg wash our pastry. Make sure everything's nice and coated. And there we go. That's ready now to go into our oven, which is set at 180 degrees. That's going to go in for about 5 to 10 minutes, or depending on how hot your oven, about 5 to 20 minutes. So that's going to go in now for about 5 to 10 minutes. Just check it. All we want to do is just keep our filling warm, and for our actual crust top, just to cook, because if you remember, all that filling is pre-cooked. So we're just reheating it up and cooking the pastry. So that's going to go into my oven now for about 15 to 20 minutes. So guys, there it is. It's come out the oven about 15 minutes. It's lovely golden brown. So this is my take on a chicken mushroom and leek pie with a bit of mustard in there. Nice, simple way to do it, all in one pan, into there, let it cool down. Pastry on top, glaze it, cook it. This would be awesome with some mashed potatoes, boiled potatoes, or just as it is, because that's a me as it is, because you got the pastry and all that lovely creamy filling. So guys, there you have it. That is my take on a chicken mushroom and leek pie. It's very simple to make. You can add bacon, you can change it. You don't have to add mushrooms, you can just do chicken and leek. You don't have to have the mustard, but this is how I do it, and it's gorgeous. So this is the one to try. This is classed as British pub grub, because in pubs they have loads of pie. So this is a classic British pub pie, the chicken and mushroom and leek one. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. As always, all my links will be in the description for my Instagram, for my Twitter, where them two I'm more on Twitter and Instagram now compared to Facebook, so I'll leave out my Facebook. So Instagram, Twitter, my Twitch page where I live stream cooking, which will be next week. And also guys, if you're starting out on the Twitchverse or the YouTubeverse and you need help getting started, I'll leave also another link. I'm also part of the NightVatch stream squad. We're there to help new people come in, show them the basics, how to stream, how to get started, how to do YouTube videos as well, which is me, because I started off on YouTube, moved over to Twitch, but I still do my YouTube. So there, tips on your bots, what gear I use for streaming, what gear I use for YouTube as well. So hopefully, if you guys want to do that, I'll leave the link in the description for that Discord server. And as always guys, thank you so much, and I will catch you later.